Hi, well, welcome. My name is Larry Garrett. Come and spend 15 minutes with you and allow me to teach you how you're going to change your life. And I'm going to sit down with you, tell you a little bit about what we do and how we do it. And from there, we're going to go through some process that's going to change everything for you. So these 15 minutes that we're going to spend together are going to tell you what we do, how we do it. So when you come in to visit me personally, we're not going to have to spend time me explaining to you what hypnosis is about. You know, hypnosis is an interesting word. It's spoken about as though it's kind of mystical, as though maybe it's not real, as though maybe it's phony, as maybe it's magical. It's none of those. Hypnosis is nothing more than me communicating to the feeling inside of you. If I communicate to you now and I'm speaking to you, you hear my words, you're thinking about what I'm saying, and you might even be feeling if it's okay or not what I'm saying to you. But with hypnosis, we're speaking strictly to the feelings, not the logic. I like to use a phrase that says, what I know logically isn't always what I feel emotionally. But what I feel emotionally is what runs my life. So logically, you might say, I know everything's okay, but I get nervous when I'm in a closed-in room. Well, you know there's nothing in the room, but you get nervous because of maybe some history. You might have a habit. Maybe you are here to change your body a little bit. You want to lose weight or you want to stop a habit. And I know I don't need those cookies, but I feel like I do. You see, so what we know is not always what we feel. I could go on, but you think about this one. You think about how many times you have said, I know I'm okay, but I feel like I'm not. I know I have enough money, but I feel impoverished. I know I'm intelligent, but I feel uneducated. And you may say, that's not me. Yeah, it's everybody. We all speak like that because the emotional mind is who we've been conditioned to believe we are. The logical mind is who we attempt to be. But there's not much control in logic. I use an analogy. If I took my pen and I throw it at you, you duck to keep from getting hit or you grab it. And I say to you, I promise I'm not going to throw it, but I'm going to pretend to throw it in 10 minutes. Watch. And now I throw it and you duck again. Why'd you duck? I told you I won't throw it. Because the reflex is set up to react to that process. The reflex is set up to react to a habit, to react to an emotional feeling. Let's say you worry about things all the time. You're always worried. Oh, I'm so worried I'll be late. Oh, I'm so worried I won't get that job. I'm so worried that my kids aren't okay. Whatever you worry about, the emotional mind worries as though you're doing something about it. You know, if you're a parent and your kids are out later, or you remember a time when they were, and somebody says, why aren't you worried? You said, no, I'm not worried. And they might say, what? Don't you care? When did we ever learn that the word worry implied caring? See, it doesn't. Worrying means that there's an anxious feeling. And I have an interpretation for anxiety, and I know a lot of professionals would look at it as a highly different view than I might. But I might view anxiety as nothing more than when the mind has a conflict of what it feels and what is real. So let's say you have an appointment to come and visit me at 4 o'clock. And you know it's right near the expressway, and we're close to the expressway, and you look at your watch and it's 5 minutes to 4, and you've never been here before, and you now have concern. You're now feeling anxious because you only have 5 minutes to find it. But let's pretend that it's now 3:30. There's no concern. There's no anxiety. There's no worry because you have a half hour to find it. Let's pretend this is your second visit and you've been here before and you know it's on the next block off the expressway. So you see, it's real easy to change an emotion of discomfort or distress by nothing more than reducing the stress or giving you knowledge. Well, I can't give you knowledge. I'm not a psychic yet, and I can't tell you what's going to happen to you, but I can teach you how to reduce the stress that blocks you from having the success that you need. You probably have already spoken to Sally. Sally's been with me well over 20 years, and she knows more about hypnosis than most hypnotists, I often say, because she sees the objective results of hypnosis. The objective results means she sees a person coming in saying, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got to stop this habit. And then on the way out, you greet Sally, and Sally says, how'd you do? I'm feeling great. I promise you. How can I promise you? I haven't met you yet, because that's how I know hypnosis. I've been doing hypnosis for since 1970 full-time. My training began in 1968. I opened up my first office right around Lawrence and Austin, 1970, and I haven't looked back. We are the longest running hypnosis and wellness center in Chicago, maybe in the country. I don't know. I don't check other people. My mother told me many years ago, don't compare yourself or compete with these other hypnotists. You'll lose. Just be the best Larry Garrett you can. Well, you know, there's not a better Larry Garrett out there than me. So I do have a son and a grandson with the same name, but I'm saying doing hypnosis. And so I'm going to say to you, we do the best. I promise you. So you think, as you're sitting there listening to me, what is it you would like to feel, experience, have within you when you walk out the door, so you know that I've done what we needed to do? In other words, let's say you have a habit. What would you need to experience inside so you wouldn't need that habit? What would it feel like for you? Probably feel at peace, probably feel calm. You write that down. What you want to feel when you walk out the door after you've visited with us here, and I promise you that's success. And again, you might sit there and wonder, I'm smiling as I say it, that you wonder, how do you know? Yeah, if we've been around since 1970, we know. We know what we're doing. If you go to your mechanic, does your mechanic say, well, I hope I could fix this car? No, of course not. Your mechanic says, leave the car with me, I'll fix it and it'll be okay. When you come to see us, I'm going to say to you, sit down, close your eyes, follow my instructions, and you're going to be okay. And I'll teach you more about that as we go along. Right now, I'm trying to keep this short so you don't get bored listening to me. I might share with you some of the things. Let's see if I've got a couple of notes here so I don't forget. How many uses there are of hypnosis. I'm not going to spend time telling you, but listen to this one. When there's a conflict with the logic and the emotions, hypnosis is successful. When the logical mind has one issue and the emotional mind has another issue, hypnosis is good. I know hypnosis in many areas for my own use. Sally's used hypnosis for her own personal use. We both have used hypnosis to improve our health. I went through cancer treatment in 2020, and I was told continually it would take a year or two to heal, and in 7 months I was cancer-free. You know how I did it? With my mind. So instead of having fear and freaking out because I've got cancer, I kept on knowing the disease, knowing what was going on. And the more I knew, the less I feared. Isn't that what I just said? If you know where we're located, you're not going to fear being late. You'll know where we're located. If I know my illness, I'm not going to fear it. You might speak to Sally. Sally can tell you stories of what she's accomplished using hypnosis. You know, I have a great phrase that says, if I sold shoes, I would wear the best shoes in the store. If I'm going to sell you feelings, I'm going to wear the best feelings that I can offer you. Let's see what else I have here. Go to our website. Here's a good one. Sally said, don't forget to tell them if you need a recording. Excuse me. When I hypnotize you, I'm going to be speaking to you. You'll be in another room. You'll be wearing headphones, something like these. These are nice, high isolated sounds, Bose headphones. And I'll be speaking to you. Excuse me, I need a little drink here. I'll be speaking to you from these microphones, and you'll be listening to me through the headphones. And I feel this is a superior way of hypnotizing you. I've been using this method since 1974. I feel I've perfected it in this way. If an ambulance goes by, I could turn the pot down, you don't hear the ambulance. If somebody makes noise in another room, won't bother you. But here's the most important part. Traditional hypnosis is you sit here in a chair next to me or across from me. I sit here, I'm talking to you, and I say, okay, close your eyes. Now, you've never met me before, especially depending who you are, what your concerns are. But imagine you sit back and close your eyes, and you're in the same room with me, 3 feet away, and I lean closer and you wonder why. I turn my head, you wonder where I'm going, and if I drop my pen, I've blown the whole thing. So to my knowledge and experience, a separate room is to give you privacy, to give you removed from noises and distractions, and not to feel uncomfortable with my presence. So I'm going to go further. Okay, we spoke about the other room. We spoke about that. I'd like to mention to you also, we are not just a hypnosis center. People come in here to be hypnotized. That's what we know. We are a wellness center. It's a one-stop place for whatever you could think of in alternative wellness. We have acupuncture, we have massage, we have roughing, we have yoga classes, we have workshops for self-improvement, and we also have practitioners who maybe are coming here maybe they come here only 3 hours a week, and then they will rent space from us for 3 hours a week. So we have everything you can imagine in alternative wellness. Okay, about calling. We're really readily available. You're seldom going to get a message machine if you call after 4 p.m. on weekdays, and usually till about, say, 9 or 10, and Saturdays from around 8:39 till about 4 p.m. on Saturdays. So you could call in the morning on Saturdays, or you could call in the evenings on weekdays. I've reduced my schedule considerably in the past couple of years, but that's because this is my time. If I've been here since 1970, you must realize that I'm here because I want to be here. I don't need to be here any longer. I'm here because I want to be here. I'm here because Sally wants to be here. She wants to be here. Ask her if she wants to be here. She loves being here. I love being here. Most people that come in here do. Sounds like I'm doing a sales pitch. I don't need to do a sales pitch. Remember again, I'm here because I want to be here. We used to see clients almost every day of the week. Now I don't see clients that much, and I think that this way I have great opportunities to spend more time with you. That's another issue. We only have a few minutes to go. It's going to take about 2 hours for what we're doing. So when you come in, you and I are going to spend anywhere from a half hour, an hour, discussing your plan, what you'd like to do, what you'd like to accomplish, and what you're going to experience when you leave here. That's going to be a necessity. This is called a pre-talk. A pre-talk to me is the most valuable part of hypnosis. I have created a skill of hearing what you're not telling me. So if I say to you, you'd like to quit smoking? Well, my wife wants me to quit. No, that's not what I asked you about your wife. I said, do you want to quit? So you want to lose weight? Well, I'd look better if I lose weight. Maybe you don't want to look better, because if you look better, you might get too much attention. See, so there are secondary gains to everything that you'd like to accomplish. We need to learn that to be successful. I promise you success. If we're not successful with what you wish, we're probably not going to charge you, or we're going to give you your money back. Go on Yelp and you'll read about the person that came in and quit smoking, and I says, you want your money back? You want to come back and quit again? They said, I'll take my money back. It's a great Yelp notice. We're going to give you a booklet like this when you leave. This is a great booklet. It's about 40 pages, and it tells you everything that you've experienced, what you've done, how to do self-hypnosis, what to experience. We also have many articles in the front and the reader board that's going to tell you different areas of achievements with your mind. Sally's going to ask you to fill out this intake form. Just fill out the front page for me. Nothing personal, nothing, just what you put here is going to give me valuable information, and then I'll fill out the inside. So I think I've spoken long enough. I don't wish to in any way belabor your time, but this is a necessity that you watch this video, and it's going to give you insight of what we're going to do. I promise you success if you promise me you'll follow my instructions. I look forward to seeing you in person. Come and visit us soon, and we're going to do some great things and help you change your life for the better. Thank you so much.